Hey, you're a big dog now, you get the box.
Hip Hop Therapy, the podcast where music really is therapy. I'm your boy Gemini CeeJay in the building right now with my co-host DJ MileHigh. What's up, bro?
Yo, what's poppin'? Gemini, what's up, man?
Nothing much, man. Hip Hop Therapy, the live edition, I guess you can call it. Shout out to everybody that's watching right now, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or even Snapchat.
Yes, sir.
Thursday, March the 4th, 2021. Definitely want to thank you guys for tuning in. If I'm not looking directly at the camera, I apologize. I got like 3 cameras going right now, but y'all know what it is, man. We finally here. We made it through a long process. It feels like we've been trying to get this together for a while now, but I guess we can consider this the first episode.
Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and roll with it, man. Just to let you guys know a little bit about Hip Hop Therapy, the podcast where music really is therapy. I created this. I came up with this idea about 6 months ago, man, and I reached out to my boy DJ MileHigh and was like, yo, I want you to co-host, and we've been rocking ever since. So we just really want to provide you guys with a different outlook, right? There's a lot of different podcasters out there, man. You got so many, but I just feel like there's none that's really talking about the stuff that we're going to talk about, which is really hip-hop and therapy, right? And I think that a lot of people can relate to hip-hop, right? A lot of people can relate to therapy. I would say not most in the cultural world, but I think most people can relate to therapy. So we just try to like bring the awareness together, right? We got a lot going on in hip hop. The culture is always busy, and I just feel like it's kind of my responsibility to provide a platform to something that has been so influential in my life, which is hip hop, right? So it got me through a lot of situations, depression, PTSD, anxiety, like whatever it is you're going through. I just want you to know that Hip Hop Therapy Podcast, man, is definitely where you want to be. We're gonna try to drop content every week, you know what I'm saying? I can't really say exactly what date it's gonna be, but we working, we trying to get this thing in order, man. Right off the back, I just want to go ahead and get into it. As you guys can see, I'm rocking my Chicago Bulls jersey.
Okay.
And I did that on purpose. And I guess you can call this segment the sports segment if you want. But I was talking to my cousin, actually, and multiple people on Facebook. And the debate is right now about the NBA logo. Right?
Yes, I did see that, man. I did see that. I think they're trying to change it to Kobe, I want to say.
Yeah, they're trying to change it to Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace to Kobe Bryant.
Yes, sir.
And all of the 7 other victims that was in that helicopter crash, man. Yeah. That was a terrible thing. But yeah, they're trying to change the NBA logo to Kobe Bryant. And I just think that, you know, as a culture, we're always trying to do things when it's like a tad bit too late. My whole argument is, why now? You know, like, why change it now? When Kobe was alive, I don't think anybody was really trying to make any effort to get the logo changed. Maybe they was, maybe they wasn't. But I know Kyrie Irving is really big on making sure that happened. But at the end of the day, I just feel like this, MileHigh. Like, what about Michael Jordan? Like, you just can't pass over the greatest to ever do it. Kobe Bryant even looked up to Michael Jordan. And if you're going to have a change of the NBA logo, I definitely think that you got to have Michael Jordan in that discussion up for the running.
Yeah, Jordan, Kobe, any one of them. I kind of feel like that. Black men have made the league what it is. So it's just like, you know, we're a representation of the league. And even though the logo right now is Jerry West, who helped shape the league in his own way. Black Kings made the league. So it's just kind of like, you know, we got black executives now. We moving up to get black ownership and stuff like that. And the players are the backbone of the NBA, man. So if it's Jordan or if it's Kobe, the iconic shot, or the Jordan iconic pose, it should be something like that to just represent what the league is going for.
Absolutely. And I agree with you, like, whether it's any other legends, you know what I'm saying?
It got to be a legend.
It got to be a legend. And I personally think LeBron James is not even up for discussion right now.
At all. Not right now, man. He's still playing.
Yeah, he's still playing, and he's still got a lot of work to put in, if you ask me, compared to Kobe and compared to Michael
But would you
Jordan.
make it Jordan or would you make it Kobe for the logo, honestly?
I would make it Jordan. I would make it Jordan just because I feel like he's put in a little bit more work than Kobe. And when you talk about basketball, when you talk about being on the logo.
The logo.
I mean, that's big.
We
You know what I'm
changing the
saying?
brand, the face.
Right, you changing everything, and so why not Magic Johnson or why not Bill Russell?
Do you feel like Magic Johnson or Bill Russell and Magic Johnson impacted the league? But who you got on the Jordan jersey, and that woke Jordan name still ringing bells even to right now, and you could say the same for Kobe too.
Absolutely. I guess the argument is somebody told me on Facebook, they was like, well, Kobe Bryant owns his symbol, which is the Mamba symbol, right? He owns it. Michael Jordan don't own the Jumpman. I still don't know what that have to do with the NBA logo, you know what I'm saying, which is owned by, is it Nike?
I think the NBA owns the NBA.
The NBA
logo.
owns it, right? So whoever owns it is definitely not one of us, right? It's definitely those people that makes the decisions, and at the end of the day, it's up to them anyway. So we can debate about the logo all we want to.
Hey man, Jordan or Kobe, in either one, I'm cool with it, bro. Or you can leave it the same way. I don't care, man.
Yeah, leave it the same way. I don't really think people even realize like what the NBA logo. I never really knew who was on the NBA logo.
Oh, Jerry West, bro.
Until this whole change the logo thing came up. So I guess that's good to bring awareness to Jerry West, because he definitely got some Twitter tweets after this conversation.
Yeah, he be outside though. He be building these franchises up. He still be doing his thing in the league for sure.
Yeah, but shout out to Kobe. Shout out to Michael.
I would definitely like to see that logo change though. If it's not in sometime now in the near future, I would definitely, before we get the kicking, like see that change. You know how iconic that would be to see like a Jordan logo right there, or like Kobe's little pull-up shot. You know them pictures that they got on the gram right now. Kobe pulling
man,
up
it ain't
and
nothing like that jump,
that
man.
Would be
though.
That would be cold.
It ain't nothing like that jump, man. I want to know what y'all think, man. Do y'all think that the NBA should change the logo, or do y'all think that they should keep it the same? Should it be Michael? Should it be Jordan? Or I'm sorry, should it be Michael or should it be Kobe? Let me know, man. You can hit us up in the comment section, or you can follow us on our social media, which is going to be posted in a link below. But I'm going to go ahead and change things a little bit. We're going to talk about the city a little bit, the city of Chicago. Now, last year we had the NBA All-Star Weekend in the city, and it was absolutely bananas.
Crazy, man.
This year is in Atlanta. I'm still trying to figure out if
I don't think they're doing tickets for the game, but I know it's going to be cracking down there with the events.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be cracking. Magic City is the only thing that I can think of when I think of Atlanta. Shout out to Houston.
That's just for the culture.
It is. But I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So we still got like less than a week, maybe a week. Well, it's the 4th.
It's this weekend.
So it's this weekend. So you got to decide, like, if you're going.
Shout out to Zach LaVine for making the All-Star team from Chicago, man, for real.
Yeah, Zach LaVine. And if the big man wins the MVP this year, that'll be good. I can't think of his name right now, but I know it's a big man that is up for MVP.
Jokic?
I think so.
Embiid?
Big man, yeah.
You know them two play big.
Whatever, I know, I don't remember his name, but it's a big man up. And if he wins MVP, he'll be the first one to do it since Shaq. So I think that's a pretty good accomplishment right there. But I think it's important, man, while we're talking about the All-Star Weekend, I seen down my timeline the other day, a lot of people was talking about the do's and the don't. If you go to Atlanta for All-Star Weekend.
You definitely got to keep your bag up if you're coming down there for All-Star Weekend, because prices are not what they usually are, people. Please.
You know what? If you're the type of person that complain about paying to get in the club, going to All-Star Weekend this weekend is probably not for you, because I'm pretty sure to get in the club is going to be about $100.
Off top, man, for real. Probably on some opening, or just like, doors is now opening type stuff, man.
Yeah,
like, for real. They ain't going to play no games, man. If you're not super, super plugged, it's all about making money that weekend, please.
Yeah, and speaking of All-Star Weekend, the appearances and the performances, I know it's going to be crazy.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot going on. Artists, brands down there. It's post-COVID. This was supposed to be in Indianapolis, but they just switched it over to Atlanta. And it's going to be crazy down there, man. The world and the cities is starting to open back up gradually. And we got to get back to how it used to be, man. Because I remember this time last year, it was rocking around here.
Yeah, this time last year, I mean, you couldn't even drive down Madison Street without being in traffic.
Well, no, not this time. It was in February. This is about coming around St. Patrick's Day now, but it was crazy, bro.
Right, yeah.
All-Star last year in Chicago was crazy.
Yeah, it was definitely great. I didn't even go to the game last year. I don't know what I was doing, but I definitely rolled through and got pictures.
Yeah.
They did like a whole kind of tribute to Kobe out there.
Okay.
So that was real nice to see that and everything like that. But
Because he had passed away in January, and then February was the
right.
All-Star game.
Yeah. So that was real nice to see that and everything. It's kind of interesting to see what Atlanta is going to do. I mean, with everything closed down and the NBA is not participating in anything, I don't know. It's
I
like
think they said that they was marketing for like HBCUs and a lot of stuff that they got going on down there. So it might be geared, the Saturday night might be geared toward that. I believe that's one of the main reasons why they're going to be down there.
right.
A lot of the players was protesting. It was like, yo, we don't even really see no reason for being down here and playing, because it's like, we already got to go through all of this COVID stuff right now.
Right.
You want to bring us down there? Thank God that they taking private flights to get down there and stuff like that. But a lot of the players really wasn't feeling it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like it should be okay. You mask up, hand sanitizer. Do what you've been doing.
But Atlanta been wide open.
Yeah, man. Atlanta
Been wide open.
It was like months ago, months, way before Chicago even thought about opening up. It was opened up, but I heard
People got to stay safe out here, though.
yeah,
We'll talk about that later, though.
you really do. That hand sanitizer and the face mask is definitely. And I know y'all probably thinking like, well, where y'all face mask at? But you know what? When we talking like this, we get to cheat a little bit, and we still social distance up in the studio. So y'all ain't got to worry about that. We still practicing social distancing. I think this is about 6 feet, maybe 4. But listen, man, I wanna go into something a little bit more serious, right? Because I really do want you guys to understand that therapy and feeling with different type of emotions and everything like that, like the alternative ways that you can kind of get help, right? And I think, like we talked about before, a lot of the artists in the industry today are maybe not setting great examples for the youth that are coming up right now. So I think I just want to ask you, Mal, how, like, you being a DJ, you being somebody that's been in the industry for a while now, and you pretty much around this shit all the time. What do you see that's probably like the most disruptive thing in hip hop like today?
I mean, we can go into different avenues. It could be the music, it could be the culture, it could be the lifestyle, things like that. Some people are easily influenced by what they see, so probably that too. You know what I'm saying? Because who wouldn't want the nice things that people rap about and talk about and stuff like that in their videos? So, coming from the hood, that's something that you would aspire to, especially with people like Dirk and Herbo rapping about it. And it's like, man, they came from where we came from. You know what I'm saying? So why can't I do and get what they want, and got, so.
Right, yeah, absolutely. And speaking of G Herbo, shout out to him. I know he's releasing 2 songs tomorrow.
He dropping tomorrow. He ain't
Just
dropped
2
in a
songs.
minute.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be something off his new project, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, anybody that know me know I'm a huge G Herbo fan. I could probably rap like 50 of his songs word from start to finish. Like,
Shout out to the East Side.
definitely. And then Chance the Rapper is supposed to be dropping a video tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see that. We haven't heard anything from Chino in a while. So we should be expecting that pretty soon. But I don't know, like, speaking of those 2 artists, we got G Herbo, then we got Chance the Rapper. Like, you got Chance the Rapper, who is somebody, he's a rapper, but I feel like he's in a different category.
Definitely.
Do you ever feel like rappers get put in a certain category? Like, either you are...
Some rappers will get slingshotted up to the top, and some got to grind and get there, yeah. It's a different categories, mainstream rap, underground rap, stuff like that, So it just depends on, I guess, how you're placing your music and who you want to listen to it or who gravitates to it the most, I guess. Because when Jams dropped, that drill wave was going on, but he managed to, shine out through all of that with his own style of music, and that just came up and came through out of everybody else. So that's like just, I guess, however you put your music out and who you ever got listening to it, I guess.
Yeah, that definitely makes a lot of sense. I just always felt like he created his own lane.
Yeah, because at that time, you had Chief Keef that was really popping, and Dirk and Reese and all of them, and it's just kind of like you just got Chance. He had his own sound, his own production, and he's just doing his own thing with acid rap, and it's just shout out.
Absolutely. So, shout out to those 2 individuals. Again, we definitely going to be looking for the new projects that are dropping on tomorrow. I'll probably even do a little review video just so we can watch it together.
Yeah, we definitely gonna be in here dropping music and interviewing artists. We got a lot that's gonna go on with this podcast, so just be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, definitely. So any artists that are out there, independent artists that want to possibly get your music played or even get interviewed on the pod, man, make sure you check us out. Like I said, all of the social media, email, and everything is going to be in the description below. We really appreciate you. Even if you don't want to get your music played, or you're just a listener, and you just want to like chime in and and listen and leave a comment, like we appreciate it. I know me personally, I'm gonna read all the comments and personally thank people for listening and everything like that.
Nothing's gonna get unnoticed, man. We gonna check everything out, everything that come through. We gonna make sure we listen to it, comment on it, and try to figure you out for real.
Yeah, absolutely. That's definitely what we on. Here's the thing too. So like I'm 30 and born and raised in Chicago, and I feel like a lot of people probably put you in a certain category.
What kind of category?
When you like a category as like, okay, 30 from Chicago. They either, I don't know, I guess some people kind of look at you like in one or two ways. Either you part of the problem or part of the solution, right? So I guess it's important for me to like kind of be part of the solution, or I can be part of the problem too, depending on like the situation. Because sometimes I feel like you definitely got to speak up and say something if something is not right, but you don't want to, have a reputation of being like the troublemaker or whatever. And so I'm saying all of that to go into say this, like some people probably feel like, when you express yourself or when you speak the facts or whatever, you probably like get afraid because some people might look at you a wrong way or think negative about you or whatever. But at the same time, it's like you just really expressing yourself.
Everybody should be entitled to express themselves the way that they want to, their opinion, thoughts, anything that you feel like you need to get out. You should be able to do that. Yeah. For sure.
Definitely. And but a lot of people, like, they probably struggle with that, because I know at one point in time I struggled with that. I always would like be impulsive, and so I would never think about the situation before like making a comment or doing something. I would just do it, right? And then like worry about the consequences later. But I feel like if like we can take this time to like explain to people like the difference between making a decision that's going to benefit you in the future, or just making an impulsive decision that you have no idea how it's going to turn out, right? And so just like to give a little example of what I'm talking about, even with starting this podcast, right? I thought that, it was going to be one of those situations where like I hit up MileHigh and like he agreed to do it. And then like the next week we got all these listeners and we got sponsorships and stuff like that. And like we already 4 months, like 5 months into this, and we like literally just getting started. So like with that, I could have just stopped. Like I could have just gave up and said, you know what I'm saying, I'm not even gonna follow through with this. I could be doing other stuff. I could be, traveling or whatever the case might be. But it's something that made me like really think about the situation and say, okay, how is this gonna benefit me like 2 years from now, 3 years from now, on what it is I'm trying to do long term, right? So having this podcast is possibly going to put me in a position to reach some of my other goals. So basically, I'm just trying to say, like, never limit yourself, or never think that because you might not have, what the next person have, or you might not have the same contacts as the next person. Like, always give yourself a shot. And
you should always believe in yourself, man. Whatever you want to do, whatever you aspire to do, put 10 toes down and really work towards it. Never let nobody tell you what you can't or cannot do, man, because this world is crazy. And if you don't believe in yourself or your dream, then who's really going to believe in you, really? So anybody that's out there that's listening, man, if you feel like that you need to do something or you want to put your thoughts and your aspirations into whatever, man, please make sure that you do that. And don't be hesitant. Don't be nervous. That first step is always going to be the hardest step. But then when you moving and you out here and you taking care of what you need to, everything going to fall right in, man. And it's a blessing when you really able to manifest what it is that you really love and what you really do and what you really care about, man. Because a lot of people are scared to do that. A lot of people are really scared to make that first step because of how society has us and how society has everything. Oh, you got to live like this. Oh, you got to, get money like this, man. And a lot of people are really scared, or shit, they just feel like, man, they in their 30s, they in their 40s. Oh, man, I can't really just pop my dream off no more because I got my life and I got all this other stuff. Man, if whatever you feel like you really want to do in life, man, you should do it, man.
Absolutely.
And you should never be scared to receive criticism, to backlash. Oh, man, it's taking longer than what I thought it was going to take, man. Take that first step. And then after that, deal with what comes, man.
Yeah. And a lot of people, I feel like a lot of people deal with a lot of childhood problems, childhood issues.
There's a lot of things that go on that'll manifest and like be the reason why somebody is the way that they is right now. I definitely agree on that.
Yeah, but I would definitely say, and you know what? I don't want to just say, I would definitely say, like, everything that I'm giving you advice on, like, I've been through it before. I've experienced, like, all of this shit, depression, anxiety, you know what I'm saying? All of that. And I'm just like, damn, how can I really, like, come up out of this? And, like, some people, marijuana does it for them, or alcohol does it for them, or, like, the list goes on and on and on. But, like, I'm talking about, like, when I was younger, like, definitely, like, high school, call myself going to college. Like, those days, I really relied on hip-hop to, like, get me through a lot of the situations, man. So, like, if you're that person that's like not into drugs, or maybe you're the person that's like looking for an alternative other than drugs, you know what I'm saying? I would really like say, just try to give music an opportunity. Like try to give hip hop an opportunity, because like what I do, what helps me is like for every mood that I'm feeling, whether it's happy, sad, frustrated, confused, like I feel like I got a song that I can go to and kind of relate to, and it just like bring me up out of a situation. And I was like, damn, I didn't have to smoke no weed today. I didn't have to drink today. I didn't even have to go and see a therapist. You know what I'm saying? I was just able to turn on a particular song and kind of help me get through that process.
I feel like music is like a healer overall, like all different types of genres and vibes, and it can make you feel better about a situation or worse about a situation. Music is definitely a heavy influence out here. It can change your whole mood, definitely.
Yeah, it definitely can. I want to kind of switch topics right now, and I want to kind of like give you guys the opportunity to chime in right now, and just kind of like, if you're watching this live, comment, or if you're watching this on YouTube or whatever, like leave a comment in the box or whatever. But I want to like ask a question, and then Mal, you can answer this too. But I want to ask people, like, at what point in your life, like, did you realize that like shit had to switch up, right? And I really want you to think about that question, because a lot of people can be like, shit, as soon as I lost my job, or as soon as the pandemic hit, or as soon as, my baby daddy left me, like whatever the case is, like when did you really realize that, damn, like shit is fucked up in my life, I need to like make a change, or I'm not gonna be able to make it?
Well,
right?
I want to say that I didn't get to a point where I realized that stuff was messed up, but I was going down a path where stuff could get worse than what it was. And I want to say that was a realization for me when it's like, man, bro, you out here, you doing this and you doing that, or you really not getting no money. I want to say for me, it was probably coming out of college. Stuff got real, and I needed to find a hustle. You know when you come out of college, you think everything gonna be set up for you sometimes, right. And really wasn't. And I needed to make some money, so I fell back on what I was good at. And that was DJing. Back when I was in college, I was flipping, CDs and spinning records off virtual DJing until I got cold with Serato. Long story short, DJing was what got me to where I had to be at. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Now, let me ask you
I
this.
needed, and I knew at that one point where it was just like, bro, I have to get my stuff together, because if I don't, man, it ain't no plan B for me. It ain't no turning back. It ain't none of that, man. I gotta figure it out, man, for real. So I think at that point, that was really a wake up call for me, just to be like, Miles, you got to step it up. MileHigh, you got to figure it out, man, for real.
Yeah, I think my wake up call. Let me see, I'm 30. I was probably about 25.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yo, working these. I mean, it's nothing wrong with working a 9 to 5. Don't get me wrong. So I never want people to feel like, oh, there's something wrong with it or whatever. But I know for me personally, and all of this stuff that we discuss, you got to like take your own personal situation and see how that works for you. But I know me personally, I was like 25. I was still living with my mom. Didn't even have my own room. I was sleeping on the couch in the living room. I had to get up when she said so. And it was just like, yo, like, wait a minute. I'm 25 and I'm still at the crib with my OG sleeping on the couch. I have no privacy. Didn't even have a car at the time. Like, I was like CTAing everywhere. Didn't even have money for Uber, And so I was like, yo, I can't keep doing this. I gotta like make a change or whatever. But I think it still took me 5 years to get to this point. But I think with everything that you're trying to get to, like, patience is like the number one.
You gotta have patience out here, man, for real. Because if you don't, man, ain't no telling where or what or when could happen, man. You gotta sit back. And you got to, like, analyze the situation, man, and you got to see it for what it is and not what it could be, for real.
Right, absolutely. So, hip-hop therapy, man.
Hip-hop therapy.
Hip-hop therapy, and I use that therapy word with emphasis because I really want people to understand, like, I'm talking to my people for a minute, you know what I'm saying? Like, without this this show, I still feel like I can get the message out, but like this is the quickest way to do it for some reason.
It's a podcast?
It's the podcast. It's the podcast because like really, like I say, and I'm not trying to like disrespect nobody else's platform or whatever, but you hear most of these other podcasters and it's just like about the regular old Jomo Smomo stuff, right? And that's good. Like
some people tune in to hear what they want to hear.
Some people tune in to hear that, but I'm trying to take it to a next level. Like I'm trying to like let people know that like, yo, we all in this together. You know what I'm saying? You looking at or you talking to like the hottest DJ in the city right now, MileHigh. You know what I'm saying? And he's like basically telling you how he overcame and how he had to come up and get to grinding. And then I'm doing the same thing. So it's like, I don't know. Like, I guess some people will like realize that there's other ways to like express themselves or to like change their situation in the midst of everything. Cause
being outside ain't the only reason for you to want to switch your style up, your life up, everything like that. It's many avenues, there's many options, there's many ways that you can get to the bag, man.
Yeah, definitely. And speaking of getting to the bag, man, I just want to say this, man, and I don't mean to be rude or anything like that, but I'm really talking to like the younger cats and females or whatever like that. Like, we really got to learn how to like create our own lane. We can see a lot of people that's doing the 20K lick and they doing the unemployment lick and they doing this lick and that lick and that lick and this lick. Like, that's all cool. Like, I'm not judging nobody. Like, do what you do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking to the people right now that's like looking for a different opportunity. That like realize like, I don't want to keep doing this, you know what I'm saying? Because in 2 years, 3 years, this shit ain't going to be popping no more. And then what I'm going to do, you know what I'm saying? So I always like to try to tell people like, live in the moment, but also plan for the future. And I think a lot of people
sometimes it's hard for people to live like that because it's like you don't know where your next dollar gonna come from. So if you don't take advantage of this opportunity that's in front of you right now, whether it be bad or good, because some people are faced with that opportunity, you got to jump on it. So if you hitting licks, doing the PPE or the loans and stuff like that, if that's how you got to get money, I'm sorry, but I would rather not. I would rather get money that way instead of starving, bro. Because, like, people ain't hiring. People ain't, it's hard out here sometimes,
Yeah, I get it. I mean, and like, everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, every situation is different for everybody. But I just really think that, like, as a community, as a culture, we got to start creating our own lane more. You know what I'm saying? We got to start realizing that everything that is good right now, like in the moment, that shit ain't gonna be good 2 years from now, 3 years from now, So like, just
it's always good to change and to adapt. Yeah, you can't definitely be stuck on the same lane, on the same lick the whole time because that ain't definitely gonna work out for you.
Yeah, definitely. But I know there's a lot of people that's probably saying that's easy for you to say. That's easy for you to, record a podcast and just talk it, make it sound good. But a lot of people are probably looking like, well, what have you done in order to, get to the position like where you're at, or like what advice, like what have you been through to give this advice? You know what I'm saying? And I think, like, to be honest, I could even go back to just being truthful, because that's what we do. Like, on the pod, we be truthful, but I could remember times where I was like homeless, like literally, sleeping in the car, type of shit, and didn't know where my next meal was going to come from or whatever. So I had to like take that experience and understand that, like, okay, if I've been blessed to have an opportunity to do something different and to do something legit and to actually create my own lane, then I'm going to take advantage of it, because I know that, like, down the line, I can look back at this and say, damn, I did this. I spent my money where I've invested in this project instead of something else.
Do you feel like the way that you came up was the way that you should have came up in life?
Absolutely.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely don't think that was the way I should have came up. But at the end of the day, I feel like that was the way that was intended for me to come up, because if I would have never came up the way I came up, then I wouldn't be able to sit here today and give my experience to other people that might be coming up the same way I did. You know what I'm saying? So, like, who's going to give them advice? Who's going to, like, talk to the people that's not at a certain level in life yet, where they're successful, where they can afford to do a lot of stuff that other people do. Like, it's all good to talk about, oh, I got this car, or I got this investment, or I got this and that. But, like, I want to be the one that talk about, like, yo, this is how I got this, and this is what I had to do to get here. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I keep going back to even to this podcast. Like, this wasn't something that I just thought about yesterday and we here today. Like, this shit been taking, like, months to create. Like, and it feels good to actually be here now, because I feel like that whole time I was, like, preparing myself for something great. I wasn't just trying to put something together real quick and then boom, just throw it out there, So it's like, for me, I just really want people to understand that, like, if you take your time and you actually make decisions without being impulsive, I think that shit, like, will turn out a lot better. Like, yeah, you can do what you want to do, but I think there's always a second option out there that people can take. You know what I'm saying? Before they just make any type of decision.
That's what'll make you a better person, is finding different options, finding different lanes, ways to attack things, man. It's always multiple streams, multiple things to do to get to the bag, for real, man. You just can't be stuck in one slot, for real.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, Hip Hop Therapy, the podcast where music really is therapy. I'm your host, Gemini CeeJay. Got my co-host, DJ MileHigh, in the building,
sir,
man. You can check us out on all of our social media platforms at the link below. Chicago, the weather is breaking, bro.
Man, bro, it's been like snowing for the past month. I don't know where you at right now, but in Chicago, it's just been snowing for the past month. We've been dealing with, like, the most amount of snow probably, like, since 2010, I want to say.
Not no more. Shit. Ain't no snow in Chicago. Maybe in Houston.
Man, bro, this last little week done warmed us up. But I'm just talking about, like, just period for the past
it was bad,
month of February. It was just cold and
snowy
everywhere. So thank God we just had our little month of winter.
Yeah.
And now we warming up, bro.
Yeah, I don't know if the grasshopper has seen its shadow yet.
Not the grasshopper,
or
what's that thing called? What's
Greyhound?
that thing called?
Is it the Greyhound?
No, I don't even know what it is now. You funny. The groundhog.
Wait.
He said the groundhog. Fully said the grasshopper.
The groundhog, I don't think we believe in that anyway.
Hey, man, but if the groundhog came out, they said it was what? 8 weeks? You seen the shadow? So that's what, another 8 weeks?
Another 8 weeks of winter.
But that was a month ago.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be
so
cold.
They did it already.
Yeah.
So I'm late.
You super late.
Super late.
Super
wow.
late and super wrong, bro.
Yeah,
straight
man.
Up.
That's hip hop therapy for you. Hey, yeah, man. But look, like I said, man, we're going to try to drop this content every week. And we're not going to try to, like, storm your brain with a whole lot of information. We're just going to drop some stuff. And as you can see, like, honestly, we coming from the dome. Like, I really don't like to, like have strips and, like, know what we going to talk about. Like, I'm just talking about how I'm feeling. Like, if you was in front of me, we having a conversation, this is how I would talk. I would just, like, want to give people good advice. I feel like it's so much negative stuff. It's so many negative influencers out there, especially in Chicago. Like, I feel like Chicago is just filled.
You can get trapped, man, for real.
You can, but you got to, like, put yourself around the right people. Shout out to my brother Dre, who just walked up in the building, man, who, like, been putting me into contact with people that I wouldn't be able to get in contact with before. So it's like just making your circle strong, like building contacts that's gonna last a lifetime.
Relationships are key out here, people.
It is, but also never forgetting where you come from, right? And I could just sit here and I could tell you as easy as like build good contacts and make good relationships, but I could also tell you like make sure you go back and make the relationships and the bridges that you burnt right. Because I know just in my 30 years...
if somebody did you wrong or if you did somebody wrong, you saying go back and try to mend that relationship?
And you don't even have to try to mend.
Under any circumstance?
Under any circumstance. That's the whole key about changing. Like, I had to realize that I couldn't change who I wanted to be or my reputation until I went back and really like talk to the people who I might have hurt in the past or, you know, might have did something. Well, like whatever the case might be, like once you do that, I feel like you're able to move forward in your own personal life because you don't feel like there's any baggage that you're holding, that you're carrying. You know what I'm saying? I feel
like if somebody did me bogus and I had to cut you off, man, it was a reason I had to do that. Mending bridges down the road, cool, probably, whatever. But that's going to be way down the road, bro, for real.
Yeah. I mean, for most people, for some people, it take a process to get to that point. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying like you got to...
But I'm all for, you know, if you want to, you know, get back with whatever, whoever, whatever. Past could be the past, bro.
Yeah, but you definitely got to, you know, those bridges that you've burnt, you definitely got to...
If they're not in your life, they're not in your life for a reason.
True, but I would definitely still say reach out and just be like, yo, forgive me. You know what I'm saying? I was that person. I'm not that. You know what I'm saying? But in your own time, though. You know, I'm talking about stuff that I've kind of did already. But I'm like I said, using my experience with you all so that you can kind of see the product of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it never hurts to go back and to kill old bad relationships. It'll make you feel better. That stress that you've been dealing with, that anxiety that you've been dealing with. Like some of you guys probably don't go places purposely because you be like, oh, so-and-so gonna be there, and you start to think about, damn, how you might have did that person wrong or just anything, and so you don't even go out and have a good time because you so like paranoid about seeing somebody or not seeing, like whatever the case might be.
That's that PTSD though, from things and situations that's happened before.
Yeah, absolutely. For
real. And it can change your whole outlook on going out, on being around people, on just moving the way that you used to move versus how you move now with situations in the past. I don't blame them.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, it's funny that you said PTSD because post-traumatic stress disorder, and a lot of people in our culture has been caught up with this misconception that you have to like be a veteran or be in the military for some reason to get the shit. And I think G Herbo said it best. Like he really made like his whole album catered to PTSD because like he's trying to make aware that you don't have to like be in no army or something like that to have PTSD. Like don't be afraid to say if like you seen some shit, like you have PTSD. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. But I think that like we as a people, we as a community, we as a culture has to like find other ways to deal with our anger, with our stress, or any type of emotional drama that we dealing with. Because most of the time, like, we just don't talk to nobody. We leave it all inside. We let it build up. And then as soon as that dude that cut you off on the road, you ready to fight. You know what I'm saying? You ready
that's
to, like,
happened.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, hold on, take a minute back. Like, am I really upset because this dude just cut me off? Or am I upset because some shit that happened like 2 years ago that I still haven't dealt with? So, like, learn how to figure out the two. You're like, you know what I'm saying? Because when you dealing with stuff and you holding on to stuff, like anything could tick you off. And I'm talking from experience. Like you could have looked at me and be like, hey, how you doing today? But bitch, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like serious. I used to be like that because I was dealing with anger, building up all this stuff from the past. And I just like thought everybody was the enemy.
How did you get over that? How did you overcome and bottle your emotions up to know like, dang, this is just a temporary feeling versus, all right, I need to sit down and figure my shit out?
I'm not gonna lie. I think it was when I actually started to take therapy serious, because throughout my life I've always had a therapist, one way or another, and most of the time it was forced on me. Like I was just like, okay, I'm gonna go. I really don't want to be here. I really don't want to talk about shit. But like when I actually started to take it serious, and I started to understand that like the only way you can like begin to overcome stuff is if you start to hold yourself accountable. And I was always the person that used to be like, yo, is my fault or it's not my fault, you know what I'm saying, why this is. And I would use that because of other stuff that happened in the past. Like, well, you know, if my mom wasn't on drugs, I would have never got taken away and became a ward of the state, and I would have never got caught up in this shit, and I probably would have, you know what I'm saying, turned out a different way and everything. Like I had to like understand that like, yeah, I can blame, you know, my family, but then again, I can't, because now I'm grown and I have to take responsibilities for myself. So that's why I'm trying to get to is like, yo, deal with shit while you can. Don't let it just linger, because the older you get, the more life experiences you go through, you're just going to hold on to that stuff.
Hold on to it and build into it.
And it's never, ever going to go away by itself.
Like you said, you don't want to snap on the wrong person at the wrong time.
Absolutely. And then that's, you know, that leads to going to jail. That leads to just having unnecessary altercations with people that you don't even need to have. You know what I'm saying? So really just like, I just want you guys to like really just understand that like there's other ways to deal with anxiety, PTSD, stress than, you know what I'm saying, just not dealing with it at all. You know what I'm saying? Listening to this podcast can be a positive thing that you can do to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we say something or you hear something, you know what I'm saying, and be like, yo, I never heard it like that, or, you know, I was thinking that or whatever. So that's what this is all about, man.
We here for the people, for sure, man. If you ever feel like you want to reach out to us, hit us up on the Instagram, man. Comment, and let us know any way that we can help you.
Yeah, definitely. Like I say, man, it's Hip Hop Therapy, the podcast where music really is therapy. I'm your host, Gemini CeeJay. We got the baddest DJ in the city. Like, this dude is your number one club DJ.
I ain't gonna lie, I be fucking it up. But
you can check him out on 107.5 WGCI. Like, man, it don't stop.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He's always working, definitely always outside. Like, man, that's not even a topic. Like, we definitely always outside.
Yeah, man.
We want y'all to be outside, but most importantly, we want you guys to be outside safe. So remember to use your face mask, your hand sanitizer, and then remember to like us, comment, share. You know what I'm saying? Again, all the social medias are posted. You can click on the link below, or you can just, you know, copy and paste, I guess.
Stay safe out there, Chicago, for real.
Yeah,
everywhere,
for sure. But I guess we gonna be coming to you guys next week. I'm still trying to decide if I want to do
the schedule.
The Atlanta thing. You never did get back to me to let me know
about the Atlanta thing.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
I don't know. Well, it's like it might be last minute, but
if you'll probably go down there. I'll probably be up here working. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm just trying to decide, man. Let me know what y'all going to do. Any Chicagoans or wherever you're from, if you're going to Atlanta for All-Star Weekend, you know it's going to be crazy.
Well, hit us with the recap in the DM. Let us know where you at. Let us know what it is. Take some videos, photos. There's going to be a lot of action down there this weekend, for
Definitely,
real.
it's going to be a lot of action.
I think what's today, Thursday?
Today's Thursday.
Yeah.
So you got, you know, a little bit over a week. No,
it's this weekend.
It's this weekend. I don't know why I keep thinking it's further
Definitely
out.
This weekend. No, it's this weekend. It's cracking, man. Atlanta, Saturday. Throughout the weekend, but Saturday for sure is when the action gonna be going down.
Yeah. Again, do not go to Atlanta if you want some broke shit.
Yeah.
Because
make sure your money is right. If you're dealing with somebody and they're not going with you, do not worry about them, because there's gonna be a lot of stuff that's going on down there.
Yeah.
Can't get caught up in that.
No, don't get caught up in that. Stay to yourself, mind your business. Go down there and participate in the festivities. And definitely be on guard, man. But we got to get up out of here. You know, we still got some other work that we got to do, man. We just wanted to come to you guys this week, you know, on this Thursday, just to say hi, just to let you guys know that we're going to be coming every week after this, like with some consistent content. And we're just trying to build our fan page up. So, again, like, comment, share. And before we go, I almost forgot, but I'm glad I didn't I'm glad I didn't forget. The merch is finally in.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
so
that.
So we got the Hip Hop Therapy podcast.
Can you show that off real quick?
Yeah, I'm gonna show it off real quick. Hopefully you guys can see. I haven't even really set prices for these. I might just end up like giving a whole bunch of this stuff away just because I really want you guys to like rock with Hip Hop Therapy podcast, man. But I got your shit on order.
Appreciate that.
So it's on the way. We got the face masks, we got the hats, and we also have the hoodies. You know what I'm saying? And I really like this hoodie because it's more like I don't know what you would call this material, but it's like a silky, almost like a...
This just in, Zach LaVine was picked up by Kevin Durant for Team Durant for the All-Star game. So you're going to be running with Durant.
There you go.
It's pretty dope.
Zach LaVine, man, picked up by Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant, yep.
I know he must be happy right now. I would definitely be happy to play with Kevin Durant.
It's dope because he last year he was grinding to be on the All-Star team and he didn't make it. And shout out to like the Bradley Bills and the Devin Bookers and now the Zach LaVines that put up the numbers, top 5, top 7 scoring.
Yeah.
And now they in the All-Star game for real.
Yeah,
definitely. It's a good job for real.
Yup, absolutely. Shout out, man. I know we keep talking about this, but that's what it is. All-Star weekend, man, 2021, Atlanta. Pandemic or no pandemic, shit going down.
Yeah.
If you going, be safe.
Period.
If not, hit us up. Like, comment, share. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's Hip Hop Therapy, the podcast where music really is therapy. I'm your host, Gemini CeeJay.
DJ MileHigh, I'm outside at DJ MileHigh, WGCI. You know where I'm at all the time.
Yeah, and with that, we are out. Stay blessed, stay safe. Hip Hop Therapy Podcast.